Good afternoon. My name is Keevon Minors. I'm the lead of the Housing Working Group in Bermuda Is Love. And I'm here with Denise Carey with Home Bermuda, and we're just going to be asking some questions.
All right.
So, what does the future of Home Bermuda and housing look like to you?
Our mission is homelessness ended permanently. So Home is focused on working with our community partners, working with our government, working with our donors and general members of the community to make sure that we are able to realize our strategic priorities, which include ensuring that every member of our community has access to affordable and safe housing, access to health care and social services for as long as they need it, early identification and prevention to ensure that we are working as one system and making sure that we are tracking and providing data-informed support, and then finally that we are operating as a first-class charitable organization.
So, what is social housing and what can we do together to increase it in Bermuda?
Social housing is a community working together to provide support for persons who need perhaps some targeted or very specific support during their tenancy. So from a Bermuda perspective, we have private landlords, but then we also have the Bermuda Housing, Home, Salvation Army, Teen Services, Dignity House, Focus, Star, Men's Treatment, and a number of other organizations that provide what we would consider social housing. Right? So what can we do together? First is sharing of information, collecting of data. We want to make sure that the community is informed of how many and what types of housing units that we need. So that starts with the collection of data, right? We want to make sure that before we start investing in creating units, we know how many units that we need. So then 10 years down this road, homelessness has been eradicated. The next part is identifying opportunities to introduce affordable housing in the immediate short term over the next sort of 5 years and then ultimately over the next 10 years. And that means that we are working together with our government to identify potential properties that could be utilized for social housing, that we are working with our private landlords throughout the community to identify properties that could potentially be used to increase the inventory. Now, the first thing persons tend to say is, well, we don't have any properties or we have so many derelict buildings throughout the island. So that also means that we have to strategically comb through every parish within our community to identify what these derelict properties are, who owns them, what that landlord would like to do with those properties, and then also work together as a community to determine how we can bring some of them online and what that could potentially look like. So the immediate response from people is, I'm already going through a lot. I'm already at my maximum as it relates to paying my own rent or taking care of my own child and my own bills. So how can we do that so that it doesn't become such a huge burden on the government or the community? And the easy answer is that we're relying on data. So the data, when we look at jurisdictions worldwide, shows that those communities that have worked together with the government and with the community have had the greatest amount of success in order to introduce social housing and expand inventory. So that is going to mean that we need to look at how we can come together to identify properties, how we can work with our tradespeople, our international business, and the persons who are experiencing hardship or are already homeless to think about how we can retool, reskill, and provide employment and training opportunities every step of the way. Every property that we as a community identify as a potential social housing opportunity needs to provide training, needs to provide opportunity for persons to earn a wage, a fair wage. And why? So that they are able to contribute to their own cost of living, so that they can contribute to social insurance and health and their own pensions, so that we are not continuously relying on financial assistance. That will allow members of our community to develop skills so that in the long term they're able to take care of these housing units, but then that also means that there's a space for everyone in our community to contribute and to thrive.
thank you for everyone who participated online and in person with our monthly campaign, Bermuda Is Home. In the next few weeks and months, we are looking to create a more targeted, focused, short-term and long-term progress goals. If you'd like to join or possibly reach out in any way, you can message 732-1899 on WhatsApp, and you can join our Housing Justice Community WhatsApp group, and that's where we will have conversations, ideas shared, and just overall coming together to achieve our goal.